You must learn how to live life and be a student of life simultaneously, especially if you have a low self-esteem. And here's why. If you're afraid of people or think you're inferior to people, it's very difficult to learn from them because you're always going to think that worked for you. But because I am less than you, it will never work for me. But I have a solution for you. Instead of focusing on people, learn from situations. Because as you learn from your situations and your circumstances, you'll eventually realize that those same people who you feel inferior to experience the same situations and circumstances. And that will bridge the gap in your insecurity and feeling inferior to people. Case in point, when I was a kid, I told you some of my story. My mother, she disowned me. Everything I did good, she tried to make it seem like it was bad. I was a tremendous athlete since I was a little kid, and she never supported it. Never came to any of my games except for one, my high school championship game, because my brothers and my sister made her come. But here's the point. When I was young, my mother was at the house and a bunch of my relatives were over. And again, I was a great athlete. So I said, she's going to recognize me today. So we were outside playing tag and they were all on the porch. So we had a brick fence, half fence going around the front of my house. So I went and I wanted to show off my athletic ability. And it had rained the day before, so the cement was a little slippery. Case in point, this is me learning from my situations. As I stood in front of my mother and the rest of my family trying to show off my athletic ability, I slipped. Now we had a metal pipe in my yard. As I slipped, I fell down and the pipe went all the way through my jaw. A lot of my friends ask me, how is that E-looking thing imprinted in your face? It's very light, but the people close to me have seen it for years. And I tell them I fell. But here's the whole story. I was being prideful. I was trying to show off. And what God showed me is that pride always comes before the fall, regardless of who hurt you or who did whatever to you. You can't cheat the game. You still can't get your gain back by negative emotions or negative actions. So pride will always come before the fall. So not only did I learn that hard lesson, but God left some evidence on my face to remind me each and every day. So if you have low self-esteem, don't worry about it. But if you're not learning from people, you have to learn from your situations. Otherwise, you're cut out of the growth cycle. Those are the only two ways you can learn: from people, places, and things. Each and every situation in your life, there's something that you're supposed to learn and grow from. So listen, be open to growth. Even if you're insecure around people, learn from your situations, and that will build your confidence, understanding that people go through the same situations. Listen, it's Easter Sunday. You gotta feel great. He is risen. Yes, today is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. If nobody told you, I'm here to tell you. Listen, you were born to be great. So go out and let your light shine and have a wonderful evening.